Japan's history is a captivating blend of tradition, transformation, and innovation. Today, we're diving into the world of Japan's legendary samurai culture, the pivotal Meiji Restoration, and the rapid modernization that followed. From the honor-bound way of the samurai to the sweeping changes that propelled Japan into the modern era, this video explores the key moments that have shaped the land of the rising sun. Whether you're fascinated by Japan's ancient traditions or its rise as a global leader, join us as we journey through the remarkable history of a nation that seamlessly blends the past with the future. Today, we will talk about history of Japan. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Japan's journey from a land of fierce samurai warriors to a global powerhouse is one of the most fascinating transformations in history. Imagine a country where tradition and innovation collide, where ancient codes of honor are woven into the fabric of a rapidly modernizing society. In this video, we'll explore the rich heritage of samurai culture, the pivotal Meiji Restoration, and how Japan emerged as a leader in the modern world. Stay with us until the end to discover how these historical milestones continue to shape Japan's identity today. 1. Samurai culture, the heart of Japan's feudal society. For centuries, the samurai were the ruling class in Japan, embodying a code of honor, loyalty, and martial prowess that defined Japanese society. Emerging in the late 12th century, the samurai were initially military retainers to Japan's feudal lords, or daimyo. Over time, they evolved into a powerful warrior class, deeply influenced by the principles of Bushido, the way of the warrior. Bushido was more than just a set of rules. It was a way of life that emphasized loyalty to one's lord, mastery of martial skills, and a commitment to ethical behavior. The samurai were expected to live and die by these principles, often choosing death over dishonor. This code of conduct not only shaped the lives of individual samurai, but also influenced Japanese culture at large, fostering a society that valued discipline, respect, and duty. The samurai's role in society extended beyond the battlefield. They were also patrons of the arts, literature, and Zen Buddhism, contributing to Japan's rich cultural heritage. Samurai were often skilled in calligraphy, poetry, and tea ceremony, reflecting a balance between martial and cultural pursuits. The influence of samurai culture can still be felt in Japan today, where concepts like honor, discipline, and respect remain deeply ingrained in the national psyche. 2. The Meiji Restoration, a turning point in Japanese history. The Meiji Restoration, which began in 1868, was a watershed moment in Japan's history. This period marked the end of the Tokugawa Shogunate, a feudal military government that had ruled Japan for over 250 years, and the beginning of a new era of rapid modernization and industrialization. The Meiji Restoration was driven by a desire to strengthen Japan and protect it from the threat of Western imperialism, which had already begun to encroach on other Asian nations. The restoration of imperial rule under Emperor Meiji was more than a political change. It was a radical transformation of Japanese society. The new Meiji government embarked on an ambitious program of modernization, inspired by Western models of governance, industry, and education. Samurai privileges were abolished, and the feudal system was dismantled, paving the way for a more centralized and modern state. One of the most significant reforms was the creation of a conscripted army, replacing the samurai as Japan's primary military force. This shift marked the end of the samurai's dominance in Japanese society, but their legacy continued to influence the emerging modern nation. The government also promoted industrialization, building railways, factories, and a modern communication network. Western-style education was introduced, and Japanese students were sent abroad to study science, technology, and military tactics. The Meiji Restoration was not without its challenges. Japan's rapid modernization led to social unrest as traditional values clashed with the demands of a modern industrial society. However, the Meiji leaders were determined to transform Japan into a competitive global power. Their efforts were so successful that by the early 20th century, Japan had become the first non-Western country to industrialize, and it soon emerged as a formidable military power. 3. Japan's modernization, from isolation to global power. The Meiji Restoration set the stage for Japan's rapid ascent as a global power. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Japan had transformed from an isolated feudal society into a modern industrialized nation with a growing empire. This period of modernization was characterized by significant economic growth, military expansion, and increased political influence on the global stage. Japan's military successes, such as its victory in the Russo-Japanese War in 1905, shocked the world and demonstrated the effectiveness of its modernization efforts. Japan's victory over Russia, a major Western power, marked the first time an Asian nation had defeated a European one in modern history. This triumph not only boosted Japan's international standing, but also fueled its ambitions for further territorial expansion. As Japan continued to modernize, it also began to assert its influence in Asia. The annexation of Korea in 1910 and the occupation of parts of China in the 1930s were driven by a desire to secure resources and expand Japan's empire. However, Japan's aggressive expansionism eventually led to conflict with Western powers, culminating in World War II. The devastation of World War II, particularly the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, brought Japan's imperial ambitions to a tragic end. The post-war period was one of reconstruction and reflection, as Japan rebuilt its economy and society from the ashes of war. Under the guidance of the Allied occupation forces, Japan adopted a new constitution, renounced war, and focused on economic development. The post-war economic miracle saw Japan rise from the ruins of war to become one of the world's leading economies by the 1960s and 1970s. Innovations in technology, manufacturing, and management practices propelled Japan to the forefront of global industries, particularly in electronics and automotive manufacturing. Companies like Sony, Toyota, and Panasonic became household names worldwide, symbolizing Japan's technological prowess and economic strength. Japan's journey from the era of samurai warriors to its modern-day status as a global leader is a story of resilience, adaptation, and transformation. The samurai's legacy of honor and discipline, the Meiji Restoration's bold reforms, and Japan's remarkable modernization efforts have all played crucial roles in shaping the nation's identity. Today, Japan continues to balance its rich cultural heritage with its role as a leader in technology, innovation, and global diplomacy. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.